Picture this. You are standing in the middle of a massive ancient archive.
Oh.
You're surrounded by the 18 Mahapuranas. That is millions of verses, mountains of mythology.
Endless genealogies of gods and demons.
Right. It is completely overwhelming.
It's the ultimate information overload, really.
So here is the challenge I'm throwing at you today. You have 4 minutes to find the one text.
That's one.
Just one. The one that acts as the handbook for the entire cosmos. The one explaining the operating system of reality without getting distracted by all the drama. Which one do you grab?
Well, if you ask historians or, anyone who studies these texts seriously, the choice is actually pretty easy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you grab the Vishnu Purana. They don't just call it a text. They call it Purana Ratna.
Purana Ratna, the Gem of Puranas.
That's the one.
And our mission for this deep dive is to figure out exactly why this specific text gets the gold star. What makes it the standard for cosmic clarity when there are 17 other options on the shelf?
It's a valid question.
Because usually, when people think of Puranas, they think of the Shiva Purana or the Bhagavata.
Sure, those are huge.
They are huge. They are popular. They have these incredible, really cinematic stories.
Cinematic stories, exactly. They do. And they are beautiful. But they can also be, wandering.
Right.
Many Puranas are incredibly expansive. They layer story upon story, folklore upon folklore.
And if you are looking for a systematic explanation of how the universe actually works,
You might get completely lost in the narrative weeds.
whereas the Vishnu Purana is ruthless with its focus.
Ruthless is exactly the right word. It prioritizes ideology over entertainment. It is extremely concise.
It kind of reminds me of the difference between a sprawling fantasy novel and a really well-written physics textbook.
Yes, that is the exact analogy I always use. It's structured like a textbook. It doesn't jump around chronologically.
It uses those 6 distinct sections, right? The AMSAs.
The AMSAs, yes. And they follow a very strict logical flow.
Starting with creation, then it moves to chronology, then geography, then lineage.
Right. It respects the reader's need for order.
Hmm.
But what really sets it apart, and honestly, this is my favorite part, is the format.
It isn't a sermon.
No, it's a dialogue.
Between sage Parashara and his disciple, Maitreya.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this dynamic is fascinating because Maitreya isn't just sitting there passively nodding along.
No, he is grilling him.
He is.
He's asking the hard questions. How is the world created? How is it sustained?
It feels so much less like religious instruction and more like, a scientific inquiry.
They're unraveling the mechanics of reality together.
It is a true intellectual exchange.
Yeah.
And that leads to the biggest insight here, the thing that might actually surprise people.
That the text is famously non-sectarian.
Yes.
Which sounds contradictory. I mean, it is called the Vishnu Purana.
It does sound contradictory at first, but you really have to look at the definitions. In this specific text, Vishnu isn't just the personified deity with 4 arms holding a conch shell.
Right. We aren't talking about the icon on the altar here.
We are talking about the root of the word. Vish means to enter or to pervade.
Ah, okay.
So here, Vishnu is defined as the ultimate reality or the preservation principle. It's the energy that enters every molecule and literally holds the universe together.
So it is discussing physics and metaphysics, the actual glue of the cosmos, rather than just sectarian dogma.
Precisely.
Yeah.
That is a crucial distinction. It shifts the focus from worship this figure to understand this principle.
Which brings us to the so what for you, the modern listener.
The mirror moment.
Right, because we are living in the ultimate information age. We have access to everything, yet clarity feels harder to find than ever.
We are drowning in data, but starving for wisdom.
Exactly. And the Vishnu Purana is essentially a minimalist guide to the cosmos.
It's a tool for mental decluttering.
It cuts through the noise.
It really does. When life feels chaotic, this text acts like a compass. It ignores the fluff and points you directly to the underlying structure.
The preservation principle that maintains order amidst the chaos.
That is a powerful takeaway. We study this not just out of some ancient devotion, but because we appreciate that intellectual precision.
Because in a complex world, understanding what sustains us is key to making sense of our own lives.
Absolutely. If you understand the preservation principle, you can navigate the chaos.
Well, I definitely know which book I am grabbing from that massive library now. But that is all the time we have for this deep dive.
It goes by fast.
It really does. If you want more insights like this, the ancient text itself might not say it, but we will. Like, follow, and subscribe.
Help us keep the preservation principle going.
See you next time.